Some people ask whether these cardinals, the former pope, the new pope, believe according to their actions and their power. But it seems to me that everyone believes according to their actions and their power. At the same time, under the eyes of Marshal Joffre, other ceremonies and other processions took place, and King Sisawith, carried on a golden litter by 50 men, did not doubt at all that he was king. All ceremonies prove themselves, and that proof is enough. We ask for other proofs, we others, because we are outside the ceremony, like the spectator who wonders why the dancers find so much pleasure in dancing. A foot soldier, a millionth of a battalion, necessarily believes while marching in review. One would like to distinguish within the mass of beliefs, and examine them one by one, in order to retain this one and reject that one. But the ceremony does not allow itself to be cut into pieces, and the only mistake here is to break the procession. What are you doing, wretch? You should have turned right. This is your seat, and not elsewhere. The mistake would be immediately repaired, with repentance and confusion. But these cardinals do not make a mistake in a step or a genuflection. This unity of the procession supports the doctrine. As soon as you wear the cope, you accept all the embroidery. To doubt is like unstitching. Thus well-stitched costumes make proof, and well-stitched ceremony makes proof. As in the performance of a piece of music, uncertainty shows ignorance, and that is all a cardinal can think of an unbeliever. We others always want to come to the ontological proof and the attributes of God, which has just as much place in the head of a cardinal as ballistic formulas in the head of a colonel of artillery. A colonel believes himself first, and believes himself a colonel, and knows himself to be a colonel. It is something that he does not prove to himself by mathematics. It is true that one must prove that God exists, if one is not a cardinal, or a conclavist, or a choir boy, or a beadle. But when one is a cardinal, one must first prove that one is a cardinal, which is done by gesture, rite, and majesty. The other ideas of the cardinal hold like the red thread in the costume. The oldest form of religion, as far as we can know, did not contain any ideas, strictly speaking, outside of worship itself. All respect went to the ceremony, the costumes, the images, the temple. This kind of faith never lacked proof, for there is no difference between loving to dance and knowing how to dance. According to the true order, it is not the legend that founds the ceremony, but on the contrary, it is the ceremony that carries the legend. As for theological subtleties, they are located even further from the earth. They are games of words that interest and touch only by their relation to the ceremony. This order is reversed as soon as one comes to despise costumes and ceremonies. Thus the Protestant spirit is abstract, argumentative, and dogmatic at the same time. It is to build a tower in the air. On the contrary, to affirm the cult and to affirm by the cult is to first end vain discussions by restoring the oldest of the gods, which are the serious and the important.